Yeah, I think I gotta get... I've got one of these suction cup things. I don't know if you can see here. Suction cup to the windshield. I need one that I can mount to the dashboard, but this dashboard's kind of slick. This is the car I drive delivering auto parts. And I'm on my way to our sister store. Not super far, 15, 20 minutes away. I gotta go there, go back, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, I wanted to tell the story of what happened with my hand because, you know, the spurging out, set of police officers, same trio of pigs. I saw him one morning and I saw him again later that night for an unrelated matter. But before you tell me I'm nuts and crazy, at least understand my story, and then we can decide if it's 1,000% my fault, or I don't know, is it picking on the ugly, picking on the autistic, picking on the weirdos? It's easy to say, hey bro, it's all your fault. Nothing bad or crazy happened. No, maybe a little crazy. Nothing bad. Nothing. No one was murdered. Nothing illegal per se. But you'll see it all. And the story has one caveat. It's got this pretty girl in it, this hot chick. You'll see it. This is a little teaser video. Maybe I'll explain some more because I gotta explain it all. I figured this drive is a good time to do it. Maybe I'll upload these 2 tests, see how it comes out, and maybe I'll record a video on the drive back explaining shit. But then I get my little video editor, which I still suck at. I recorded some video of the hot chick who bandaged my hand at a swimming pool. So it's a whole... I think some people might find this story interesting, or not. And you can always... I'll put a timestamp in the video. You can jump ahead to the hot chick. On a side note, I didn't record the police. I wish I had, but you know. Anyway, on a side note, this is a lovely drive. Look at these pretty country roads. Isn't this nice? I know Jersey's a tiny little dumpy shithole, but it's got some nice, pretty areas, and this is one of them. These hills here. And we're on our drive, and we'll see how this turns out. 'Cause I don't know how this is turning out. This might sound like crap. This might be shaken. In fact, that first test video I had, it ended when I hit a bump or something. It just shut off. I don't know if it was the camera. I don't know if it was the vibration. I don't even know if this is the best time and place to upload a video like this. So, we'll see. I'll have to upload and see what it sounds like and all that good stuff. All right, occupational click out for now. Oh, now I'm out. Actually, what the hell? There's a guy named Lonehiker, and he fascinates me because he memorized all the counties. I used to do it with states. I was pretty good with all states. I've been to pretty much every state except Hawaii. So I was like that with states, and I remember none of the atlases or maps that my father had when I was a kid in the pre-internet days. All you had were maps. None of them had the counties. So if you had like a road atlas or something, it showed the 50 states, but it didn't show the county breakdowns. So I was never able. I remember one time we were at a store. I must have been like 8 or 9 years old, and there was an atlas there that did show the county breakdowns, and I was begging my father to buy it, but he wouldn't. But let's just stop right here. We're at we're in central New Jersey, and this where the pavement changes. Take a look. See that? Hope no one's behind me. That's Mercer County, south, the yellow line, Mercer County. To the right is now Hunterdon County, Mercer, Hunterdon. And we're not too far off from Somerset. I can show you the tri-point at some point, but I figured that's pretty cool that you know all the counties and shit. Okay, what the hell? Let's record a little more, see how this comes out. Oh, and this, some history. Down here, right now, this is New Jersey Juvenile Justice. If you go down that way, that was the old estate of Charles Lindbergh. Charles Lindbergh, the first man to fly solo across the Atlantic back in, what was the 30s, 1930s. And his estate was in Hunterdon County, but his southern property line was the border with Mercer. And his little boy was abducted. And back that way, I probably passed the spot. I wasn't thinking at the time. Back that way, the boy's body was dumped. So the kidnapping took place in Hunterdon County, but the Charles Lindbergh Jr., he was dumped down the road a couple miles in Mercer County, for anyone who cares about local history. I'll shoot some better videos up here. But I say I can go on like a tour guide. I really want to tell about my problems and my shit with the hand and whatnot. But I don't know if I can trust this video and the way it's recording. I might do this while I'm walking or sitting at a computer. This might not be a good driving video. This car is just the shocks, the struts, they're all fucked up. This car's not that great. The sound quality's fucked up. The way this thing attaches to the windshield is not that great either. But this is a lovely drive. Let's go for a lovely drive. I want to see how this video turns out. Drive a bit more. So we're in Hunterdon County now. I just left Mercer. I also spent time in Somerset and Middlesex. Those are the 4 counties I'm mostly in. And I might end up in some other counties, Monmouth or Burlington or Union, but usually with this job, I'm mainly in those 4 counties for the most part. So Middlesex, Somerset, Mercer, which we just left, and now Hunterdon. You can see out here in Hunterdon, the road is much narrower, much more. This used to be unpaved. I finally paved it when I was in my 20s, I think. It used to be a gravel crap road. But oh well. And I know these curves pretty well. Here, let me drive the speed I normally do. Let's see how this is for me now. This is my test. How does this turn out? I got a fucking jogger in the middle of nowhere. That's great, isn't it? Just gotta go slow. At least he's wearing a pink shirt. Thanks. Hey. Okay. Hey. All right. One cool thing about this road, I don't know if this is cool or just interesting, I'll have to find it. You got these telephone poles, see the telephone wires? But in some places they just use the trees. They use these big mature trees, you'll see it. Because these lines are constantly going down. See that? Could you imagine driving along? See, like, they're using the tree there to keep that one. Yeah, it's like, some of them are literally just hammered or nailed into the trees. This road can be treacherous certain times a year. Like, I wouldn't do this in the winter, but all right. But yes, if you want to find it, just find that juvenile home for boys, formerly Charles Lindbergh's estate, and in Hunterdon County. So that was for Lone Hiker and anyone else who gives a damn. But yeah, I want to tell I feel like I got to be like on my own time. Either I go for a walk or I'm at home or something. I tell my story. Maybe driving for this job isn't the best time because I am being timed. I do got to get back there and back. I'd actually be driving a little faster right now. I know these roads. So, you know, see this asshole, you know, he knows the road. He's driving the speed. He knows where he is. He can handle the turns. But he's not very good at anticipating oncoming traffic. Not to toot my own horn, but... Oh, and you got these nice boulders. See this? These nice big boulders. These are naturally occurring boulders. I mean, they might have moved some, but, you know. We got a guy on the phone. A lot of activity here today. This guy's all Trump 2024. Good for him. And this guy across here is also Trump 2024. Maybe they're part of the same compound, 2 sides of the road. Trump. Oh, that says Trump 2020. Okay. A little outdated. Trump 20. Okay, that one, there's the 24 one. Okay, fast. You know, this video is turning into something else, something for me to enjoy. But I do want to tell the story of the hand, the police, my fucking bitch of a fucking sister, my mother, her crap, my retard father, and my brother, who I think means well, but is, I don't want to say simping for the family. He's being like Neville Chamberlain. This is a whole story I want to tell. I got to be like in the right frame of mind. I want to tell this when I get home today. I'm doing a long shift today. I'll be working all day. Right now it's 11 in the morning. I've been doing this since what, 8:30, 9 o'clock, and I'll be here probably till 6:30. So it's a longer shift today, which is fine. We'll see where we end up. But it is picturesque. That was the most picturesque part. We're going downhill now, coming off the mountain. Plus, I'm wondering how long will it take to upload this video from my phone, if it uploads, because 2 or 3 minute video is not a problem. This turns into a 12-minute. What the hell? Jesus Christ. There. I haven't done a radio check on the 2-way radio. Let me do a. Oh. All right. Distracted driving. 1822 radio check. That's the vehicle number.
You're good, thank you.
I'm good. You're welcome. All right. But am I that good? My hand's all burned up.
915 radio check, please.
I've reminded the others, supposed to do a daily radio check to make sure, whichever vehicle you're in. They didn't get back to him. Maybe they can't hear him, but I can. You know what? Let's go for a little drive. Even if this doesn't upload from my phone, I gotta upload it separately. Let's just go for a little drive. Why not? Because this is picturesque. It's a very lovely route. A lot of the other drivers don't go this way. They're afraid. They think, oh no. You get cyclists on the weekend. These guys, idiots on bicycles. You know, and you got, in the wintertime, it's ice and snow. But I grew up here. I know these roads. This is probably the fastest way. In the summertime, during the week. We're gonna come to a nice. Now let's let this asshole pull out. Why not? Hey, no one behind me. Absolutely no one behind me. But this guy's got to pull out. But look, he's got Pennsy plates. I'm sorry. He's from the state of Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania license plate. I call it Pennsy plates. So of course he's gonna drive like that because they all drive like that. Let's see. We got problems now. Look at this. I'm glad you're joining me. We got problems. What's going on here? Be prepared to stop. We got a mail truck. Ooh, See, I don't know if you can see the sign. It says Hunterdon County 609. This is county road maintained by the county, not the state, not the U.S. government. This is maintained by the county of Hunterdon, New Jersey. We got some road work. I'm gonna go this way here. Let's see if we can see the sign. Let me see. I know I'm being an asshole. Hunterdon County 609. These guys are like, look at these guys are like, oh, we got a pig. Another policeman, great. They're like, what is this asshole doing? Why is he stopping there? Come on, man, make the... I don't blame him, but fuck it. Okay, get some road work. But this is also a very nice road. This road is maintained by the county, 609. So it's much, you notice, unlike that other road where Charles Lindbergh lived, you know, it's just a local road maintained by the municipality. That local road, it's up to this town to maintain it. This road is maintained by the county, so it's a nicer, broader, wider road. See all that? You got construction. You got assholes pulling out, assholes getting confused. How's my driving? You can tell me. I want to get this thing to stream. Maybe I'll just stream and drive. Those who want to watch can, those who don't. It'll be a nice log of the day. But yeah, it's a very picturesque little road here. I don't know. Well, it's going to come out. It's going to be... Can't hear me. It's going to be on. Turn the air down. Got the windows up. Detour now. It's a Christmas tree farm. They grow these spruce trees. When they get mature enough, they chop them down, and you can have a nice, real Christmas tree in your living room. And we got some big open blue skies and a nice cornfield. Look at that. Thank God the thing isn't shut off yet. And that's a very lovely view of the hills in the distance. Oh, and we're solidly, at this point, we are solidly in Hunterdon County. We're in the thick of Hunterdon at this point. No, we're away from Mercer, away from Somerset. We're solidly in. And yeah, Lone Hiker had made a comment about, I told you guys, I've been working every Saturday. Just to work every other, I've been working every Saturday. Some more corn if you please. I've been working every Saturday. I need the money. I got a wage slave. And it's funny, today, I wasn't actually supposed to go in early. The other day, the dispatcher guy was like, I don't want to ask you to come in early. I need you to cover for this. We have this one guy who works with us. He's a rock star. He's not Elvis, but he's a professional musician. And he goes on tour from time to time, guitar player. And, you know, in the off season, he delivers auto parts, but he's away on tour somewhere doing God knows what. I don't know. But anyway, the dispatcher guy said, I need someone to cover for the rock star, but I don't want to ask you because you might go over 40 hours. I don't like it when we give overtime, so I got to be careful. So he asked this old guy, can you do it? And the old guy's like, sure, I'll do it. I need the money. I'll work. Today is what? Today's Thursday. He goes, yes, on Wednesday this happened. He goes, yeah, tomorrow, Thursday, I'll come in. Yeah, I'll do it. Again, this road is over. This road's done. This is Hunterdon County. I'm going to read that. Hunterdon County 514. It's a county road maintained by the county. And we're coming up with a junction with another county road. All maintained. The county keeps the road maintained, plows the snow, everything. 613. We're heading north. Anyway, the old guy left. He was a morning guy. His shift ended sometime that afternoon. Hunterdon County 613. And the old guy, what happened? I'm trying to think of what happened. Oh, I guess he must have gone home and called and said something like, oh, I fucked up. I can't work tomorrow. So before I left, the dispatcher guy said to me, all right, man, maybe could you work early? And I said, sure, I'll be the dependable wage slave because I need the money. And what the hell? But the good news is I'll probably be off this Saturday. I was supposed to work. This coming Saturday would be my regular Saturday. I've been volunteering for every other Saturday. If they don't want overtime, then I'll have to be off on Saturday. And if I'm not, if they insist I come in, then I'm getting overtime. So either way, it's a win-win. But anyway, when I came in this morning early, the old guy was here. Now, I came in early. Old guy came in regular time early for him. What I'm trying to say is he's a morning guy, I'm an afternoon guy. So he was going to be here anyway. He was asked if he could stay later. They said, hey, morning guy, do you want to work all afternoon? He said yes. Then he flip-flopped and said no. So I came in this morning. I'm an afternoon guy coming in early. He was going to stay later. And I said to him jokingly, I said, don't worry, the old guy is going to stay, so you got coverage all day. The old guy goes, flat out. He goes, no, I totally forgot. I have a mental health appointment today. When I volunteered, I didn't realize I have my mental health appointment. So I admire his honesty, his just openness. This guy's got to be well into his 60s. I don't know how old he is. Maybe close to 70. He looks like he's got full head of hair, totally white, kind of shaggy. And I always tell him, you look like one of the guys from Jethro Tull. Not Ian Anderson, but one of, like, you're watching some behind the music, making of the album. You see, like, this guy was the bassist from 1968 to 1974. We were making. That's what it sounds. He's not British. He's American, but he looks like. I can see him in this documentary. Yeah, I was the bassist for a couple albums. We were making the album. Ian wanted to use all 8 tracks. You Yanks, by then you had like 16 tracks, 24 tracks. We only had 8, and Ian wanted to add all these horns and things. And he said, "Hey, look, you can't get a track. There's no room for the bass." I said, "What am I supposed to do? I got to play the bass." And so what I did, I had to play my bass along with the drummer, but then I'll play it again along with the saxophonist. So we ended up with I didn't get my own track, but we ended up with 2 bass tracks mixed. Something like that. He looks like one of those dudes. I can just ramble forever. He looks like one of those guys. He's like just some old, washed-up British rock star. But he had a mental health appointment, so he agreed to come in, and the last minute said, "Oh wait, I forgot. I'm retarded, and tomorrow is Talk to the Retard Day." Speaking of which, I'm going to speak to my own shrink tonight, but that's not till freaking 7:15. So, and that's all online. But I want to meet him in person. I told this shrink, it's all been virtual. He closed his office. My shrink closed his office for COVID, and he's an old Jew in the 70s, my shrink. And I started seeing about a little over a year ago. It was February of 23. And I said to him, he always tells me, "You're so normal. You seem like a normal guy. You say you have autism. I don't believe it." "Oh, the neuropsychologist said you had autism? I don't believe it." Okay, but I said to him, "Listen, maybe you've only seen me virtually. Maybe we should meet up in real life." You go, "Oh, you'd have to wear a mask if this." It's fine. I'm not saying permanently. I'm not going to come to your office every goddamn week. But maybe once we can try it in person, and maybe seeing me in person is let it digest. Seeing me 3D might be different than seeing me, on a computer screen. And that applies to some people I've, for better or worse, have encountered on the internet. I wonder what you guys are like in real life, whoever you may or may not be. So sometimes meeting someone in real life, there's still, you can't fully, look at my hand, you can't fully, replace actual human face-to-face 3D interaction. But I've rambled long enough, and this video is going on 20 minutes. I want to see if it'll upload or not. So occupational click out. Actually, wait. Let's wait. I'm coming up. I showed you county roads. They've got those, for those who aren't Americans, or those who don't drive, or those who are just morons. County roads are maintained by the county, in this case Hunterdon, and they're those, you can wind back, they're those blue signs. They're blue, and they have the yellow lettering, and it'll say, in this case, Hunterdon County, or whatever county. Next setup is a state highway. Every state has their own highway system. So New Jersey state highways have that round circle. So you got the blue trapezoid for county roads. You got the round circle for New Jersey state highways. But then the next tier up is the U.S. highway. This is 202, U.S. Highway 202. Here, I'll get in the slow lane just so no one fucks me, so I can show you. 202 is you can tell by the shield, this is not a state highway. It's not New Jersey 202. It's not County Road 202. It's United States of America 202. If you're anywhere in this country, I think this road goes from like Maine to, I'm honestly not sure where it goes. But no matter which state you're in, if you see that shield, 202, it's the same highway. The same highway in Massachusetts and New York and Maryland, or whatever other states it traverses, it's the same US 202. That's a USA highway. Not a county road, not a state road. That's a US highway, US 202. So there's only one US 202. It doesn't matter which state you're in. If you see 202, it's the same highway, US 202. I've just crossed US 202, and now I'm coming on a state highway, so I'll show you the difference. You saw that shield? Let me show you what Jesus Christ. This guy wants to make a left. Now he doesn't want to make a left. Now he's scared. Okay, great. This is the shit you got to deal with. I can go nice and slow. I'm not late. I'm actually ahead of time because I took that Charles Lindbergh's. This is, I want to get this sign, if I can get over. See this junction 31? Notice how 31 is a round circle, not a shield, it's a round circle. That means it's a state highway. This is New Jersey State Highway 31. New Jersey State Highway 31. See the round circle? Round 31. This is NJ 31. NJ, State of New Jersey 31. I'm going to make a right, go north towards Clinton. NJ31. Whereas if you go back and pause the video, the 202 has a different shield because it's a U.S. highway and those county roads. And for those who know all this, it might sound silly, but hey, some people aren't Americans, some people don't drive, and some people are Americans and do drive, but they have no idea. Oh, where am I? 20 minutes is long enough. Making a right onto NJ State Highway 31 and occupational click out.